Hello students, good morning to all of you. In the earlier video lecture, we had discussed about natural methods of birth control or natural contraceptives. In this section or in this video, we are going to start with artificial means of birth control or contraceptives. Artificial contraceptives include barrier methods, IUDs, then we have the pills, oral contraceptives, emergency contraceptives, and the surgical ones. We will also discuss about MTP in this regard. So what are the barrier methods? These are the methods which act as barrier between the sperm and the ovum. These don't allow the sperm to enter the ovum. These include condoms, which are used both by male and female. Then we have cervical caps, diaphragm, vaults. These are exclusively used by the females. So these are user friendly, and the condoms have a very significant role in preventing AIDS. IUDs, intrauterine devices. These prevent implantation and they reduce the motility of sperms. These may be non-medicated, as in the case of Lepus loop, hormone producing, as in the case of LNG20, progesterone, and copper producing, such as CU7, CUT, and multilode 375. Then it's the turn of oral contraceptives, which is a combination of progesterone and estrogen, and it is taken every 21 days daily. It helps in preventing ovulation and it changes the uterine lining. The most famous ones are Mala and Mala D, etc. The emergency contraceptives, these must be taken within 72 hours of unprotected intercourse. The examples are I-pill, emergency 72, etc., unwanted 72, etc. Finally, it's the surgical methods or sterilization. In males, it is known as vasectomy. In females, it is known as tubectomy. Vasectomy, what happens in vasectomy? The vas deferentia are cut and tied separately. In tubectomy, the fallopian tubes are cut and tied separately. Now, let us turn our gaze towards STDs, sexually transmitted diseases. Before moving to sexually transmitted disease, let us discuss about MTP also, medical termination of pregnancy. It was enacted in 1971 and came into vogue or into force in 1972. It was done so to provide relief to the mothers from unwanted pregnancy. It is usually practiced by a registered medical practitioner in approved hospitals or clinics. Its misuse in the form of feticide is critically condemned and is punishable by the law. The person who practices feticide is liable to go behind the bars. Now let us move our turns towards STDs, sexually transmitted disease or venereal disease. As the name suggests, these diseases are transmitted by sexual contact. Moreover, or most commonly by virus and bacteria. The ones transmitted by viruses are genital herpes and hepatitis B, and the ones transmitted by bacteria are gonorrhea and syphilis. The most dreaded disease, AIDS, is transmitted by HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. What are the causes? Itching. Second one is burning sensation while urination. The third one is abnormal discharge by the genitals. Then we have fever, pain, soreness felt at certain genital areas. This can be prevented by having safe sex, using condoms, and avoiding multiple sex partners. Now let us study about infertility. Then we will study about art, that means assisted reproductive technologies, and finally sex education in India. Let's study them one by one. The inability to conceive even after having 1 year of unprotected intercourse, that is known as the inability to conceive or infertility. In males, it may be due to low sperm count and poor mobility. In female, it may be due to the blockage of fallopian tubes and also irregular ovulation. While stress, obesity, excessive drinking and smoking may cause infertility in both males and females. Modern technology has improved very much, has made rapid strides in the matter of development, and it provides solution to infertility in the form of art, assisted reproductive technologies. So assisted reproductive technologies include IVF, in vitro fertilization or the test tube. Then we have GIFT and GIFT, ICSI and AI. So why it is IVF or the test tube, what is in vitro fertilization? In vivo, that means inside the body. In vitro means outside the body. When fertilization takes place outside the body, zygote is formed. Afterwards, embryo is formed. And when the embryo is placed inside the womb or the uterus, it is known as IVF. GIFT, zygote intra-fallopian transfer, and GIFT, gamete intra-fallopian transfer. In GIFT, what happens? The zygote is placed inside the fallopian tube, and in GIFT, what happens? The male and female gametes, they are placed inside the fallopian tube for natural fertilization. What is ICSI? Intracytoplasmic sperm injection. Here the sperm is directly injected inside the ovum. And what happens in AI? Artificial insemination. The semen is introduced inside the genital tract of female artificially. So these are some of the methods to overcome infertility. Now the last topic, sex education. What is the importance or significance of sex education? So these days, it is very important to provide sex education because it prevents unwanted pregnancies among children or teenagers. It also prevents STDs, that means sexually transmitted diseases, and it removes the myths regarding sex education. Finally, in this second lecture or in this second podcast, we have covered all the topics related to reproductive health. And if you find my videos informative, do subscribe the channel and like my videos. So until then, we meet in the next lecture. It's sayonara to one and all.